Howdy lads, we are back with another Gates of Hell Ostfront PvP match. This time a 2v2 on Suishka. I think that's how you say it. But playing with some randoms, just jumped in a lobby. As you guys know, I've been enjoying my 2v2s lately. Versing two players, Placer and what? Onsaudo or something, I don't know how to say it. And my teammate is a guy called Slacktrock. I've gone for the Scorched Earth support doctrine, and it's actually mid-war, so something a bit different. But doing the standard motorbike little cart out first, get a vehicle out, try and get to my positions quicker. So I'm sending the motorbike car to the middle, hoping to catch out an enemy squad pushing up. And I'm sending my recon squad, who have obviously more stamina. They're not faster, as I've previously stated. They actually just have more stamina. But I'm getting them to run out to the northwest to get those positions. So, happy days. I've gotten there first. Now I'll just let him sit there and wait. What I should do is probably get the driver out at this point. Because he's kind of just useless sitting there. And I didn't have any plans to move it. But I didn't. And you'll see why that was a bit of a mistake later. But I was thinking on the Sapper squad. Didn't end up doing it. But the Sapper squad, right, actually comes with an engineer that could put barbed wire and all that cool stuff up. So, when you're playing with the with any doctrine, I guess, and you get an engineer in the squads, especially in the 2v2s and that, use them to your advantage, build defensive lines, make it an absolute pain for your enemy. Always a good time. But with me and my teammate have managed to get to most positions first. He's got his little motorbike car or MG Jeep, whatever he's got at that southeastern point. But both of us obviously only have, vehicles there. And they've got entire squads pushing us, so yes, the vehicles are quite snazzy, but they're not going to hold for very long. So as you can see, they're getting slaughtered. It's only like the DP machine gun, so it's pretty crap, to be honest. So I got him off, and yeah, rough gig. All good though. So my teammate's actually American. He's got the Willys MG Jeep, which is probably better than the motorbike Jeep that I had, but that's okay. What I'm doing on the west here is I'm just pushing the boys up. He hasn't checked my advance, so I'm just moving and establishing a good front line on that river there. I'm moving a squad to the middle to hopefully get the cap there. And you will see me move a majority of this squad up to the west. So I've always stated it, but keep pushing. Don't stop if your opponent doesn't stop you. At least push up pretty far off the point if you can. You don't have to keep pushing, but because if I kept pushing to the southwest, obviously that squad's going to get wiped. So there is a point where you want to kind of chill out a little, but don't just sit on the point. It's useless. But these lads have made it, which is quite nice. And I should start capping very shortly. Happy days. So we're on. And if you look on the southeast there, our opponent has a nice little line of soldiers there capping that point. So a bit unfortunate for our team that we couldn't hold that position, but we still hold 2 points on our side, so that's okay, and we're capping the middle. Bringing out the Pushka truck though, the Gaz truck. You guys know I love this. I think it's an awesome little thing. It's got the quad maxims, so this thing absolutely shreds. Have a listen to it when it starts shooting. It is insane. Dude, and I'm also repeatedly pressing F8 for the squad, healing them. How insane is that? They didn't stand a chance. Get him. Thing is so cool. Nice. Fortunately, it's not really doing that great for me, but I noticed they've got a squad on the west there, the west of the middle point. So pushing a Sapper squad out kind of to the right, just kind of check that just in case. I do have this quad mount though that I can bring across if I need to, which I currently am. But we've got the point now. Happy days. My teammate is actually contesting that southeastern point, which is nice. But he doesn't have many forces up there, so the odds of him being able to hold that are probably minimal. Yeah, I'm just trying to get within range. Range can be a bit annoying with these machine gun jeeps and that, because obviously they're so vulnerable. That's okay. He's actually bought out one of those 2.8 half-track things, so I'm backing up. I thought it was his Doctrine unit at the time, but obviously he's got it before the Doctrine even comes out. But luckily I got it away. Because it is a very handy weapon, but 5 minutes in, 364 to 238 our way. So me and my teammate have done well. Sometimes you can get lucky and get, you know, half decent teammates that'll kind of work with you. Other times you'll get a teammate that'll push to your exact spot because they want to, even though you're closer, and it can just ruin you. But I've been pretty lucky with my 2v2's. I tend to get pretty competent teammates, which is nice. But I had nothing left to get a commissar out, so I mean, yeah, to get a commissar out, and I wanted to get a Doctrine unit. At this point, I actually thought it was late war. I still thought I was I could get the Jill T-34s and stuff later. I didn't realize it was mid-war until I actually go to get the Doctrine. But I'm using, as you've seen, that engineer to build barbed wire across that front, across that rear point. So if he does push me, it just makes it a little bit harder. That's all that is doing. He's got his little SDK thing hanging about, but I'm not too worried about that. It's got a really low caliber weapon, so all my boys that are on this middle point, if I lie him down, he can't actually blow up my cover. We've got this SU-26, so now I've realised that it's not late war. I actually thought it was early war, to be fair. I only realised it was mid-war when I read out that it was mid-war to you guys just before. But I'm bringing the SU-26 up to deal with that that Jeep AT gun car thing, whatever you want to call it. But I've also got this AT rifleman. So I figured I'd try pop a few shots. I got a hit, didn't do much damage. I think he's controlling it because he, starts shooting at me. Playing a bit of shimmy, bit of hide and seek. Yeah, I'm on this side now. Don't know what happened there. It's kind of annoying though. The AT rifle was crap. I've hit it 3 times now and it's still shooting at me. Oh, there we go, I killed one of them. What's his name? One Zalto. I don't know. The SU-26 is up. So I can't actually pen it anymore. It's all good. We've got this this light tank. This thing is quite awesome. It looks so out of whack. Like it's just, I don't know, it just looks so silly, but it's such a cool little weapon. But pushing up on him, I think 160 is the range, so happy days, waiting for it to get smaller. 3, 2, 1. Missed. Rough. Get your shot, get your shot, get your shot. And he managed to get me. So annoying. Ugh. All good though. I'm just trying to reverse it and get it back. Obviously being a low caliber weapon, it's not that rough. So I'm able to at least attempt to retreat this back at the time. This must have been frustrating for him, to be fair. Must have been very frustrating for him. My opponent's still trying to push up on the southeast, so he's keeping one of them busy for me, which is good. It's a good tactic in 2v2s to send at least one of your lads straight to their side of the map. It just keeps pressure off you. I did notice he was running a squad into the middle, if you look on the minimap there. So I was trying to, because the turret was broken, I was trying to like turn it so that I could try and get a shot there. But it wasn't really working for me. And then I kind of just figured I'd better just send it back because it's going to die for no reason. So leave it back, sorry. That's all good. Trying to get the AT dude to hit that stupid, whatever you want to call it, AT Jeep truck thingamajiggamabobby. But I'm bringing the gas truck back around to try and get a few shots on the enemy. And I've got a squad here, so, or at least 5 blokes, so I should be able to start capping again shortly. Overcomes my quad maxim, which can absolutely shred the enemy. It's quite nice. I don't know what he's doing with his soldiers. He's trying to run to my side by the looks of it, which is a good tactic. You want to try and push to the other side of the point to keep your opponent off the point. So, player knows what he's doing. But I think he's got pretty crappy infantry, to be fair. Because they are getting absolutely slaughtered. Yeah, reserve riflemen, so they're pretty crap. So I'm trying to charge up close to this thing, but He's a bit too far away from my AT rifle, is what it is. Getting back in the SU. Get in, lad. So, at the moment I feel like I've got control. I thought I'd have another go at this stupid thing. So here is me doing that. But, 10 minutes in, 5:48 to 2:33, our way. Or my team's way. Quite nice, we're doing alright. And wait, I thought he was pushing up to me, so I was waiting for him to keep pushing. He's using it very nicely, I must say. He's doing well with it. It's being quite a nuisance at the minute. Bringing the Jeep, the machine gun quad maxim truck back. Felt like I was just wasting it. Sitting there, it would, it's very vulnerable in that position. All he's got to do is bring this stupid thing up. SDK said 250.11, and then I didn't say apologies. And again, he fucks me. So, I can't even get a shot on the dude. It was really annoying trying to deal with this stupid thing. I feel like it was way too powerful for what it was. But I'm trying to run this AT rifle dude up. So he's actually taken out my SU-26. So I'm just trying to get him to retreat to save my SU. That was the whole idea there. And it has worked. But he's also got a 7.5 LEIG, so... Yes, I've got the point because I've got a lot of infantry, but he's got some really nice pieces behind him that are actually causing me a lot of problems. I'm getting a tank squad out to try and save this SU-26. And this is a bit of a pivotal moment in the match. This moment here can kind of make or break us. Now I've got nothing to kind of cover my boys. He can just slowly sit there and take them all out. But I think where they are making a mistake is they're getting really crappy infantry, so it's just getting slaughtered too quickly. And their cap weight isn't worth anything. But I'm trying to use the machine gun truck. Trying to get it close enough that I can get shots, but not too close that they take me out. And I'm just bringing this squad across. I figured I might as well get them on the point. That little spot to the left there that I was putting those, like, see those logs on the left? Oh, you can't really see them anymore. There's a nice spot where you can kind of get backup infantry. Right there on the left there, where those logs are. You can kind of sit a whole squad behind there. And as soon as you're getting out capped on the middle point, you can just like move them across. So you don't have to sit them on the point straight away. But I'm not far off capping. He's only beat me. He was +1. Now he's now it's even. I've got 2 lads moving in. I wish they would hurry up. And now I've got the cap weight back. So keeping the pressure on. All you got to do, keep the pressure. So my opponent's having, my teammate's struggling on the southeast there. I don't really... We kind of keep separate. He just focuses on that one point. I just focus on protecting my 2 points and pushing the middle. It kind of worked out quite nicely. I'm moving the recon squad across. Going to see if I could get to that LEIG and throw a grenade on it or something. That was my plan. Whether or not it happens, you'll see. But they've left their flank very open, which is quite a silly thing to do in a larger match. Even in 1v1s, cover your flanks with at least a dude. But yeah, I've just pretty much run straight across unopposed. If they didn't have that stupid AT Jeep, I could probably push the quad maxim back here and just cause chaos, but I did think about it at the time, I won't lie. But these lads are slowly fixing this SU-26. I don't know why they all can't just jump on the fix. It's a bit silly, I think. But I'm throwing smoke to cover myself. Getting, there we go, rifle squad, and I'm putting them in that little spot there. Awesome spot. That way I keep infantry in reserve and they're at the point, but when he starts shelling the point and killing all my infantry, there's no point having 2 squads there getting wiped out if I'm capping with 1. That way when he does start capping, I can just move the squad across and keep cap weight. So yes, do that. This quad maxim at this point is pretty, I don't want to say useless, but not too viable, purely because everything can take me out. They have, you know, they've got the LEIG on the field, they've got multiple cars and such, tanks, so. My teammate's got a tank though. What's he got? An M4A1 mid. So he seems to be causing a bit of chaos up there with that. Probably needs some more imp though. But I was waiting to get that shielded T34. Should have got the KV8 with the flamethrower. It's probably not the map for it, but what a cool weapon. Now, I noticed that he was pushing across. I thought he might be going for a push on this side. So I'm trying to sneak at him with a Molotov. Go, you good thing. And he spotted me. Rough gig. I'm not going to make it. He's got a machine gun on the back there. I didn't know he had. But 15 minutes in, 597, 217 our way. Doing quite well, I think. We are losing this point, though. But as I said, having that squad there, I can just move them across. Don't mind the beep if you heard. I kind of live on a main road, sort of. It's not like a main road, but it's a pretty busy one. People go past all the time and beep at me. They know I live here. As you do. But anyway, SU-26 is back up and running and doing exactly what I want it to do. Clearing that middle point for me. I'm keeping it just far back enough that I can hit the edge of the middle point. But not close enough that he can shell me with his LEIG or shoot me with that stupid Jeep thing. But he knows I've got infantry around that western side now, so he's holding off his push, which is probably helping me. But up comes the shielded T-34. So I was just going to hide that in that little crevice, kind of on the road, and I'll just peek it when I need to. But that SU-26, that is such a cool weapon. I actually really like that tank. It looks so ugly. Like the ugly duckling, but I really love the look of it. But he's actually using the Mine Werfer against me. Not a bad little weapon. I haven't used it myself, but I probably should give it a go. But to be honest, I'd rather have the SU-26 than the Mine Werfer, to be fair. Shoot. No shoot. Shoot. Excuse me, guys. Apologies. Alrighty, so pulling it back. I'm about 160 off that edge of that point now, so perfect range to keep shots going but not get hit. I've got this gas truck. I thought he was about to make a push on me, so I'm moving that up to kind of check his advance. And I've got that barbed wire across, as you can see. So if or when he does push me, good luck to him. Now I've got this T-34. Yeah, you've got no chance with that little crappy 2.6. Bang! Gonskis! So we've finally taken it out. I think it's been the bane of my existence for like 10 minutes. And now, I'm going to ensure that he can't fix it. Happy days, now I'm just bringing that back. It's done its job, there's no point leaving it there. I don't need it to kill infantry. All I need it to do is sit there and wait for tanks. So I'm pulling him back, out of reach, and I'll bring him up when I need him. So I'm bringing a squad out just to protect that tank. I didn't know if he would try sneak a AT rifle or some dudes through that little gap in my front lines. If you look on the map, there's a little blank spot. Now I noticed he was pushing a Stug, so I thought I would have a go at it and just watch. How slow do you want to throw the bloody Molotov cocktail? So silly. So he at least knows I'm out there, which should stop him from pushing. But at this point, if he pushes a squad with that Stug, he will cap my point quite easily. But just having some forces there kind of scares him from doing that, which is exactly what I kind of want. I mean, I would have rather to hit the tank with the Molotov, but you know, all good. So at the moment, we're doing quite well. That LEIG is still kind of causing chaos in the middle point. Realistically, I'm just kind of letting my guys get shot for no reason. And I'm bringing an AT squad over to the west just in case that still pushes me. I've got that squad in reserve ready in case I need it. I've got another squad on the right side of the middle point. The itchy ear, sorry. And yeah, now it's just about waiting him out, seeing what he's going to do. There is something coming on the south there. At this point, I don't know what it is. I was a little worried with my SU-76, but he's now capping this middle point, so I assume he's got a officer on the point. There's only a few places where they'll hide officers on this map. The very top right of the point there, to the right of where I'm aiming. where those logs are, or on the left there, where like you've got those bits of timber and such on the left of the point. So I did see the soldiers there and the foxhole, so I figured that's where he pushed it. And then after a few shots, and you know, I was slaughtering his squad. I wasn't getting anywhere, so I was like, where could he be? So is that it? No. Now I'm hitting this, as I said. This is the spot where they'll hide them, or even where those rocks are. You see kind of that little tiny bit you can kind of sit in just on the back of the rocks. So popping a shot. Honestly, that probably wasn't a very good shot for it, but all good. Thought that could be him. Nah. So then I went, alright, there's only one more place he could be. But I have to move up for it, so... Risky, yes. But sometimes some things just gotta happen. And I've hit something. Didn't know what he was at the time. Didn't kill him. Oh, yes, I did. Lieutenant. So that was his officer. So I've taken out his officer. Happy days. Now, I just want to take out some of his infantry. And kind of regain that position. I've got that squad in reserve, so I'm moving them across. But his Sternpanzer is absolutely shredding me. So I'm just throwing smoke and trying to cover myself a little bit. All I need to do is get a few lads on the point. So that's what I'm doing. Spreading them out. Probably not spread enough, to be fair, because those Sternpanzer shells are insane. But I've got the cap weight. That's what matters. I'm moving this T-34 up to see if I can get a shot on it. But my teammate got in with the 105 howitzer, so... Thanks, mate, if you see this. So now, bit of a lull in the fighting. There is that Stug on the west I've still got to deal with, but he seems to be bringing that across to the middle. We have a lot of good pieces in the middle kind of covering us now. We've got the howitzer from my teammate. Got my SU-26, which is covering that whole back side of the point. Got my T-34, which is covering the SU-26. And I've also got multiple squads in reserve. Well, now I've only got one squad in reserve. I've still got that Gaz truck too, so... But I'm getting a squad there. As I said, just... If you've got the points and you're playing on this map, put a squad there in reserve and get them ready. You'll thank me later. But I'm trying to move some of these lads onto the other side of the point because the Sternpanzer at the minute is just shelling that left side and absolutely destroying me. But the Stug's getting some shots on me, so figured I'd better pop some shots. Now he's got a... Is that a strike or is that a recon? But he'll know that my tank is there now. So I threw a shot. Shouldn't have shot because it said I couldn't pen. If you look at when it goes green and red, that'll kind of tell you. Now we're playing a bit of cat and mouse. I do love these moments. They're kind of cool. Like I go back, then he goes back, then he goes forward at me, and I go back, and it's quite funny. Go, 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 go. Oh no. Oh no. Now I'm backing up. It's like, oh crap. But all he's got is the heat shells. He doesn't actually have good AT. The heat shells are good, but only at closer ranges, I think. So, he's pushing me. He's biting the bullet. Don't know what happened. Got him. So I managed to get a sweet spot, which is nice. If you kind of get the lower part of the Stug and slightly on the right or left, you can actually find good spots to penetrate. And like so, like I'm doing. So I was quite happy with that. And now I'm just trying to take it out so it can't come back to haunt me later. You guys have seen, if you've watched a lot of my games, plenty of matches where I've left things and it's come back to bite me in the ass. So, trying to deal with it. And she's gone. Nice. So I'm backing up. The T-34 has done its job. It's done some amazing work for me so far. So I was very happy with that one. So we've kind of got best part control now. I noticed he's bringing something bigger into the map. So the F2, Panzer IV F2, which can definitely destroy my T-34. I believe that would probably outgun my T-34 as well, so I'm just trying to keep it hidden. And because these boys are sitting here doing nothing, I figured I would try to sneak them into enemy lines. Being mid-war, all I've got is the AT rifles, obviously, but sometimes they can be pesky. And they can really kind of annoy your enemy. So that was my plan. keep pushing up on the west and moving across to try and flank their enemy. I didn't want to just sit in his spawn. I think that's a bit of a shit move. So what I was doing is pushing west and then just trying to move in and flank. So he's seen me. Rough. I couldn't have done anything about that anyway. But he's capping the middle, so I'm assuming that's another officer. So I thought he might be putting it in the same spot. 25 minutes in, 8:46 to 1:56 our way. And at the minute, they hold 2 positions, we hold 2, and they're capping the middle. I'm trying to find where he's hiding his officer, because I'm 99% sure he's got one on there. Where though, I have no idea. I assumed in one of the foxholes, to be fair. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just trying to like spread these boys out. I was trying to deal with that LEIG for ages. I could probably be getting my 3rd doctrine at the minute, but I don't really feel a need to. We were kind of all over it at this point. I'm just spreading the boys out on the west there. And I'm getting ready to kind of push across east from my position. I've got old mate cruising up with the PPSH. He can take some rounds, old mate. So dumb. But that has successfully made all of his forces look that way, which means my guys can sneak around. So that was the idea there. Yeah, I think he lost his lieutenant somehow. I think the SU-26 actually got it. Because he was up +10, and now he's not. I've only got like 1 infantry in there, so 1 or 2. I'm pushing that squad in that I had covering the T-34. Figured, why not use them? They've kind of done nothing for a while. Now, you don't want units being useless. Yes, you want to kind of cover the spot, which I've still got guys out there, but you know, there's a lot of guys who just sit there doing nothing. There we go, get in there, lad. Trying to lie him down. I've still got that squad in reserve on the left there, if you see on the minimap, sitting behind those logs, so wasn't too stressed. I'm now running them in. LEIG doing its thing. So one thing, if you notice that I'm doing different to my opponent, we've both got decent pieces, etc., but I'm using smoke. Yes, I'm still dying, but using the smoke means I can at least keep some people on the point and keep cap rate. Whereas, if you look, he's just running in the open and getting slaughtered every time. But don't do that. So, run on, lads. Get in there. So he thinks he's getting the cap. No, you're not, son. No, you are not. So I thought I'd try to sneak these guys. One dude up here. I wanted to test it with the rifleman first. If he gets there successfully, then I'll move the AT up behind him. Because I need to deal with that LEIG, and there is a Panzer IV hanging around. That can, you know, that is probably the strongest unit on the field at the minute. So I wanted to deal with that. Sometimes you don't even have to kill things as well, though. Sometimes deterrence is enough. But he must have an officer on the field at this point, because in the middle. Oh, maybe not. I don't know where his infantry's hiding though. I believe he's got an officer hiding. But... Ooh, I didn't even know at the time that they had a never worth it. Whoa. So I managed to keep the cap going, putting a squad back in that little reserve spot. As I said, I see too many people kind of just let the opponent have the point, even though they've got soldiers close by. Don't do that in battle zones. You can afford to lose squads willy-nilly. It doesn't matter. Just get your lads on the point. So I was going to see if I could try and get that. So here's me sneaking up. I know I was losing the point at the minute, but I was a little bit more focused on this Panzer IV. I was very worried about it. I think it can see me though. It could. I couldn't actually get sight lines on it yet. He doesn't actually have many forces, to be honest. I think they've invested a fair bit on set pieces. But that tiger is absolutely shredding my teammate. I've got nothing to help him really deal with it. I'm letting him keep them busy out there so I can focus on what I gotta do. So I've managed to get a hit. I should have used a AT grenade or something. So I'm throwing shots in its bum, but it's not doing anything. Quite crap. 30 minutes in though, 770 to 93. Was that another doctrine? It's a doctrine in mid-war. 30 minutes, not 25. That's odd. I think that tiger's actually shooting my SG-26. Potentially, or it's, I don't know what it's doing. It's been damaged by something, but I'm just trying to get these lads to hurry up and push into the bloody point. So 3 smokes. Get these guys crawling away. Keep them hidden. A lot of these 2v2's won't come down to you getting more points. They'll come down to you grinding your opponent down. At this point, it's been very back and forth for a while. We kind of got the jump early, but now I was kind of thinking maybe if we just take out some of their set pieces, we can grind their points down. So that is my plan here with this massive artillery piece. So I'm getting ready to take out this LEIG. Been very annoying for a while, and old mate beat me to it. So, was happy with it, wasn't angry. Figured, alright, I'll use it on the point. See if I can't take something out. So crap. It's hit the water and not exploded. Waste of a 200mm shell. But because he had a piece there shooting for ages, I'm getting the supply truck up, and you'll see me move that pretty quick. He was making a lot of noise. I didn't want, you know, one shot to take out 2 of our guns. That could be devastating. So, all good. Rifle squad back in the reserve spot. Happy days. Now, at the moment, I was kind of feeling like it was a bit of a make or break kind of moment. I was feeling the pressure in the middle. They've obviously got some really nice tanks and stuff. All I've got is T-34 and the SU-26, but that's kind of useless. That Nebelwerfer is causing chaos for my teammate though. Ooh. So they're actually capping the middle again. Not ideal. Now, I was trying to get the truck to do some things. I'm just getting him in the middle so that he stops them capping. Oh, I've got 2 there, so I'm capping. Cool. But oh, this thing's got a broken turret again. Yeah, I was trying to get the 200mm thing to move, and it was like stuck between 2 trees, so it wouldn't do what I wanted to do. You see what I mean? So I can't go forward. All right, I'll go back. Can't go back. All right, I'll go forward. Can't go forward. All right, I'll go back. Can't go back. All right, I'll go forward. Yeah, that was really annoying. I managed to sort it though. Happy days. This piece hasn't actually done anything really yet. But he's capping the middle on me again. All good. Let's see what Stalin's organ has to say about that. I think that was this one, 200mm. Is that what they nicknamed Stalin's organ? Or was that the Katyushas or something? I don't know. But he's made the mistake of putting all of his squad in one tiny little area. You'll see why that was a mistake in a second. You think you're doing alright, do you, buddy? Well, I've got 200 reasons why you're not. Bang. Slaughtered. So, getting the boys on the point now. Stop him from capping. Go, lads, go. So, how good? Just getting some smoke on the front line. Cover the lads' advance. Or, not really advance. I guess they're just kind of holding. But I just wanted to cover the lads. And he's got a Panther 2 here. So, I was just causing him a bit of pain. Yeah, these AT rifles are so useless, man. They are so useless. 3 shots, 4 shots, 5 shots. Yeah. So silly. Shoot him. So he's actually bought, he must have panicked and bought something out to save his Panzer II. All good. But 35 minutes in, 752 to 76 our way. Currently holding 2 positions each. Middle points contested, but we are capping. Now the Landsberger's getting shot by the PTRS 41, which is nice. And he's obviously brought another officer on, so... Alright. You have your little fun with your officer, and I will just do what I did last time. Start shelling the crap out of it with this. I don't know what the hell was happening. Oh, I ran out of ammo. That's what happened. So, all good. Kind of pulling back. Figured the P-34 might be able to get some shots, so... This was, you know, it was getting close to breaking point for him, so I figured just chuck HE in the T-34, go nuts. So, veteran rifleman, not what I wanted. It can be a bit pesky dealing with the officers when they're hiding on the point, but the trick is not to panic. And then I was kind of panicking at this point, and I was like, come on man, you got to get a point. Even if he came to help me in the middle, I just needed him to do something. In fairness, it was a bit crap because he wasn't really pushing my points. But I still had to worry about defending them. But I've taken out his second lieutenant. Happy days. He's got no officers left, so that'll harm his forces quite a bit. And my teammate, the good lad he is, he actually went, alright, and pushed straight to a point to try and do damage and help me out a bit. So I was very thankful for that. So I'm moving the gas truck around. I feel bad now, actually. Did I sound rude? 'Cause I didn't mean to be rude. I was just kind of trying to rush and talk. Apologies if I sounded rude if he watches this. I didn't mean to be. I was going to have a go with the 200 mil, but I didn't. But how far off are we? A minute left. So I'm sure you can kind of gather the outcome by now. So I've obviously, having those guys out on the west has done exactly what I wanted to do. It's diverted his attention, and him having no officers means he's got nothing to push me in the middle dealing with that. Decided to launch it with the gas truck, quad maxim, but it was a good match. Loving my 2v2's, hoping to get more in soon, but thanks for watching, lads. If you do like this content, please like, sub, comment, all that good stuff. Helps me with the algorithm, let me know what you want to see. And as always, have a good one, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.